Hello, beautiful soul. I'm Nancy, and today we're not just talking. We're entering a field, a frequency, a remembering. This is not a lesson. This is not information. This is an activation. I invite you to soften your breath, settle into your body, and let this message reach the parts of you that have been waiting for this moment. You may feel tingles. You may feel a shift. You may feel a sense of coming home. That's because the Phoenix process isn't something you learn. It's something your soul already knows. We're just unlocking it together. So let's begin. The true nature of the Phoenix. The Phoenix is not a myth. It's a map, a memory, a multidimensional symbol of rebirth. In human stories, the Phoenix burns, dies, and rises. But in higher truth, it doesn't die at all. It expands beyond what can no longer hold it. You don't collapse because you're failing. You collapse because your light is outgrowing your limits. When you feel like everything is falling apart, your soul is saying, this version of you is complete. It's time to become more. So breathe and let the old identity crack open so the new one can breathe. The nonlinear cycle of transformation. Okay? Most people think transformation is linear. Step 1, step 2, step 3. But the Phoenix works in spirals, cycles, and quantum leaps. You may be rising in one area and descending in another. You may dissolve one identity while simultaneously embodying a new frequency. This isn't chaos. It is multidimensional restructuring. Let's explore the 4 frequencies, not steps, but the frequencies of the Phoenix process. The dissolving. This is the moment of unraveling, when the structures that once held you begin to loosen, crack, or fall away. This can look like losing interest in things you once loved, feeling disconnected from old identities, jobs, relationships, or habits fading, a deep sense that something is ending. But listen closely. This is not destruction. This is liberation. Your soul withdraws energy from what is complete. You may feel empty, lost, or unsure, but that emptiness is sacred. It's space being created for your expansion. Imagine a seed cracking open. From the outside, it looks like breaking, but from the inside, it's becoming. So, you are becoming. The descent, frequency of integration. Now we enter the shadow. Not to fight it, but to integrate it. The descent is not punishment. It's not dark night of the soul as suffering. It is a sacred retrieval. You meet old fears, old wounds, old stories, not because they are obstacles, but because they are fragments of yourself waiting to return home. In this phase, you may feel old trauma surfacing, deep emotional waves, doubt, fear, confusion, a feeling of being stuck between selves. But hear this clearly. Your shadow is not your enemy. No, it's not. It's your power in disguise, because every fear is a guardian. Every trigger is a teacher. Every insecurity is a younger version of you who still believes the old story. During the descent, speak to your shadows. Say, I am here. I am listening. You can rest. You're not falling apart. You're collecting your power. Embodiment. The frequency of becoming. This is where everything shifts. Small decisions feel different. Your energy feels different. You find yourself choosing differently. Not because you force it, but because the old version of you no longer fits. You begin to move as the version of you who has risen, even before the evidence shows up. This is embodiment, the alignment between your soul, your actions, your identity, your frequency. You notice clearer boundaries, a deeper sense of peace, a quiet confidence, new desires forming, the old reality dissolving naturally. You're not trying to transform anymore. You are transformation. Your future self is guiding you. And lastly, the rise, the frequency of remembrance. The rise is not a moment, it's a knowing. It's the remembrance that you were never the ashes, you were always the fire. You no longer negotiate with your old stories. You no longer betray yourself to fit in, and you no longer shrink to stay safe. You step into your voice, your power, your intuition, your mission, your true identity, and you move through life with the energy of, I remember who I am. This is the Phoenix frequency, not rebirth, but return. Return to soul, return to truth, return to power. Now, let's talk about supporting your Phoenix process, not from a mental place, but from a soul-led, fifth dimensional perspective. You need to practice self-forgiveness. Forgive yourself for forgetting who you are. Forgive yourself for dimming your light. Forgive yourself for being human. That's why we're here, right? To have a human experience. Self-forgiveness is the door back into your power. Journaling. Write from your higher self, not your wounds. Let your journal be a place where your soul speaks. What is trying to emerge through me? What identity am I shedding? What truth am I ready to embody? Meditate on the risen self. Close your eyes and breathe into the version of you who has already risen. Feel how they walk. Feel how they speak. Feel how they make decisions. Right? They are not in the future. They exist now in a parallel timeline waiting for you to merge. Okay? And aligned action. One aligned action carries more power than 100 desperate ones. If it expands you, it's aligned. If it constricts you, it's the old self. Follow expansion. It will never lead you wrong. I would like you to take a breath. A big, deep breath into your chest. You are not becoming someone new. You are remembering someone ancient. Your soul has risen through countless lifetimes in countless forms. The phoenix is not a symbol outside of you. It is your divine design. Every challenge in your path is not blocking your rise. It is igniting it. Every collapse is a clearing. Every shadow is an invitation. Every moment of confusion is a recalibration. You are rising in ways you cannot yet see and in timelines already unfolding. I see your wings forming. I see the glow beneath your ashes. I see the power you've been afraid to claim. And I stand with you as you step into the fire and remember that the fire was always yours to command. If you're in the Phoenix process, if you feel this message speaks directly to your soul, leave a comment. Not so I can guide you, but so I can witness your rebirth. We rise together, we ascend together, we remember together. I'm Nancy, and this is just the beginning of your return.